I think it was back before Facebook, or maybe I wasn't on Facebook, but I was on a forum. I was on a few forums, and that was the way you got to talk to people and get information and things like that. There were some new tracks up in the Cornubia forest here, and somebody mentioned, it was a bit of a story, or maybe not even that. They just said that there was a man, a guy up here who possibly lived here and was a bit of a fossicker, prospector kind of thing. And now I came up here, I'd say 15 years ago is close enough. And I did notice, well, you'll see some of the things behind me, I'll show you shortly. But you can see a lot of the ground here has been disturbed. It's pretty rough and lumpy compared to the rest of the area. So I'll just show you some of the things. Now the story went that the guy took his own life up here. I think it was said that he hanged himself up here, and then the usual little jokes come out. Oh, watch out! It's haunted and there's ghosts and all that kind of silly nonsense. And that's where it kind of ended. I don't think a name was mentioned. I've Googled this. I've Googled it every which way I could think of, and nothing about such a story, nothing even similar, is recorded. And AI kept asking me all the different angles I could be using, and I tried, and still the result was pretty much nothing. Anyway, I'll just show you around the edges of here first, just some small bits and pieces. I'm pretty sure that there's enough evidence to show that something like that could have actually happened up here. But there's an old tyre there. That's an old cross ply tyre there, so that's been there for yonks. What else? There was some other bits. Until you sort of stand right on top of them, you can't really see too many other things. Right, there were some blocks back here, just like these gone off bags of cement. I think we've all seen what happens when you leave half a bag of cement out and you cover it, but you don't cover it very well, and when you get back to it, it's gone off. Okay, a bit of pipe, earthenware pipe there. I think these are all bits of some sort of thing that you might do to wash. I know nothing of the terms to do with gold mining and things like that. What did I say? Oh, there were some blocks. Okay, bit of downpipe. Besser blocks. That, I think, is an air conditioning unit. It looks like a big... That's just a motor, electric motor. And yeah, that's unreadable. Oh, is that a refrigerator? Oh, is that just an oil? Oh, that'd just be to oil some bearings, I think. There, that is some old-fashioned... Oh, look at that, it still turns. Yeah, that is some old-fashioned motor there. Yeah, you don't have to do things like that anymore. All right, yeah, that looks like part of the main air conditioner. I suppose that's just that drives a fan. There's some big blades on there. Okay, we've got a couple of... I'll leave the best bit to last. It's a funny little device. I don't know what it does. All this is just all lumpy, and it looks like it's all been disturbed. You could probably, kick through there some little mounds and things. Now I suppose I'm giving the location away, but there's a bit of a water tank that gets photographed sometimes. That's over there. Well, look, that's not a whole lot of information. I don't know what to really do with the location at this time. Okay, we've got two tanks. Some more downpipe down here. Yeah, some old tin. Yeah, more flattened down pipe. I don't know how long this video will run, so it might get a bit choppy if I'm just filming unnecessary things. I'm not trying to make an especially long video. That's just boring. I'll try and stick to the facts as much as possible. Stainless steel. Some guttering. Now, as you can imagine, I've already played around with this just for a minute or two. There's a car door, and I can't really see what this one is, the way that comes up, that shape, what kind of handle that might have been. You can see there was a bit of a thing there, bit of an indent or a recess there. Lots of stainless pieces. But there's more. I just sort of stopped because I thought I'm getting a little carried away with it, but a bit of a window regulator. There's more of the same underneath. Pieces of what have we got? Stuff like this that doesn't even look like it's off a car. Things like that. I'm not sort of picking through it, except I will, because there was something under here. A bit of metal under here. What's this piece? No, not much. Oh, more to that door. It's got to be more of a car door. Yeah, just some shiny bits here and there. It's a little bit unusual to have a car door and some bits of metal like that. Oh, this looks like another quarter window. There's another quarter window over there. Yeah, that's all like it's from around a door. I have a habit of cutting myself on things like this. I'm not very careful. Yeah, anyway, look, that's just a piece of the quarter glass frame. This thing is a huge mesh. Look at this big mesh thing here. I mean, that's got to be for, you know, an enormous sieve of some sort. It's a roll of wire. So that you know, whatever, I don't know what that, I can imagine, but you'd be just shoveling stuff through there. This was probably very labor intensive little operation here. But this thing here, that's what I find very interesting. I don't know what that is, what it does. There's a bit of a drain pipe on that side. Something you can adjust. There's something in there I think you can adjust. Whatever. Funny thing is, it had, you know, probably some information and a brand name, and it was like just a sticker. So I don't find that really very old. I'll have a look at the top. And underneath. If there's anything to see, I don't know. So it's like a 44 there, another one over in there. I think you might have heard my belly make a noise then. Oh yeah, there's just another drum over there. So in this sort of area, you know, down this little low ridge line, bike tracks and fire trailers up there. Yeah, we had this little situation, but these yucca things, well, they came in for some other reason. Maybe there was a garden in here to make it a bit more like home. But yeah, you can see these different sort of levels and little rises and things like that. Of course, you could skirt it around there. Who knows? Could be more things. This could be I doubt it, but this could be a smaller part of something bigger. Anyway, that's all I know about that. I'd like to, if anybody knows if this is a real thing, if anybody can, yeah, we need a name or a time or something like that to see if it's all true. I mean, it's, you know, it's believable, but these kind of stories kind of show up now and then. So I think that's it. Unless I see something else, I'll turn you back on. But for now, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and yeah, please, if anybody has any more info, I'd love to hear about it. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers.